Let's get ready to ramble with Mumbles! Today, I'm rambling! That means I get to talk at you about pretty much anything I want. And today, I have chosen a topic that really, I won't say inspired, it really bothered me, okay? It really bothered me. Today's video, we're taking a look at the Pewdiepie drama. That's right, guys. Your ears aren't incorrect. I did just say we're taking a look at the Pewdiepie drama. So let's jump into it. Now, Mumble, I have a lot of things to say. I'm gonna try to keep this short, but I really needed to get this out there, okay? So, what happened with Pewdiepie? Basically, what happened was, it's this simple. For those of you that don't know, I'll give you guys a little background. Pewdiepie, basically, Pewdiepie has always been kind of an edgy YouTuber, and by that I mean he pushes things to the limit. In a recent video, he had two people, he went to this website, and basically it was saying that people would do anything for $5. So he gave two people $5, had them hold a sign that said, kill all Jews or something like that. And the video itself, it didn't get a lot of negativity. But what got negativity was the Wall Street Journal decided that they were going to do a actual research into PewDiePie, and their results were they pulled out every time basically he'd done something bad or racist and said, hey, this guy's racist. So, upon finding that out, or upon that report, PewDiePie lost Disney, and he also lost YouTube sponsorships, and YouTube has said that they will not put him on their sponsorship thing, which basically allows top YouTubers to be seen more readily by YouTubers, or not YouTubers, but just people in general. So that's basically what happened and what all this firestorm is about. So, now my take on all this nonsense, and it is nonsense, okay? First thing, I don't agree with anyone being racist ever. It's not a good thing, you shouldn't do it. Ever. So I will not sit here and defend PewDiePie for doing what he did, putting a sign out there. It's wrong. It's just plain wrong, okay? He has since apologized for this video and said, yes, he did take it too far. But, while I am saying he shouldn't have done that, I will not sit here and condemn him for pushing that envelope when that envelope that has been pushed so many times by him seems to have paid off for him. He is the top YouTuber in the world. Money-wise, subscriber-wise, he's it. So he's doing something right. And I guarantee you that even with all this controversy, he's still going to be a top YouTuber. So, while I don't agree with it, and I don't agree that he's a racist, I don't agree that also that, he's doing anything that he hasn't done before. As far as will this hurt PewDiePie? No, this isn't going to hurt PewDiePie. And if anything, it's going to make it more popular because now people like me are talking about it and saying, hey, YouTube, what the hell? So, finally, the big question, and I've already answered it, he's not racist. He's just a comedian who made a bad joke. It's simple as that. So, in his apology now we're going to move on a little bit here. In his apology, PewDiePie, as I said, he acknowledged he shouldn't have done it. His quote was, and let me read this quote word for word. I'm sorry for the words that I used, as I know they offend people, and I admit that the joke went too far. It's that simple, guys. It was a joke gone bad. Everybody makes mistakes. We're all human, and that's how it is. But the thing that I want to address is PewDiePie also went on to say this. And I'm going to read this word for word. It's a quote from PewDiePie in his last video. I think most internet personalities will agree with me that they generally don't like us very much. Our old school media does not like internet personalities because they are scared of us. And I'm going to tell you right now, I think he's right. Now, the reason that I say this, and it might not be a popular stance to take, but if you look at over the time of PewDiePie's channel, and you think about it, how many times has he been disrespected? I can point out a couple first off. Teen Choice Awards, they couldn't pronounce his name. Later admitted it was a joke. What kind of joke is that when somebody is getting an award and you can't pronounce their name? You telling me you didn't practice it? Excuse me? How would you feel if you were in his shoes? You wouldn't be happy about that. I would be embarrassed. Okay? There's just one little thing. Now, putting him on the cover, being on the cover of any magazine, in my opinion, is a great honor. But when you take and make an X through it, That seems kind of disrespectful to me. The dude has cemented his place in entertainment, whether you want to admit it or not. And saying that, you know, downing what he does isn't really fair at all. But these are just two very prominent incidents. There's also been reports of people showing up to his house and things like that, people being disrespectful to him, things like that. I'm sure at this point, he's like, I can't do anything right anyways. I'm going to just try to be as funny as I can. And if he pushes the envelope, too bad. This time he went a step over. I think that's all this boils down to. He went a step over, and does he regret it? I believe he does, and not just because he lost out sponsorships and something like that. I just think that he thought it would be funny, and it wasn't to some people. Now to other people thought it was funny, but that's a whole different thing. So, with all this being said, first off, I gotta say this. I think that a lot of people have been disrespectful. And while him saying or doing what he did isn't right, it's also not right for others to, you know, say things about him or do things about like that. That's not fair to him either. So, another thing, Disney. Yes, I'm talking to you, Disney. How is it okay for a person to make jokes about everything else under the sun, but the second a report comes out, you decide to pull support? What is that? Excuse me, but I don't think just because the Wall Street Journal did a report means that he's been doing anything different. There has been more than one occasion before all this where he has done this and you haven't taken a stand. The only reason that you took a stand was because you got caught. And they said, look, Disney is supporting this. You had no problem at all saying, we like PewDiePie, we love PewDiePie, we want PewDiePie on our things because he brings us money. That was fine when that was occurring, but the second it's, you know, a big report comes out, you distance. That's not really fair. I don't think that's really right. I don't agree with it. I don't. Now, you could say, well, he doesn't go with the company vibe, whatever. PewDiePie has never gone with the company vibe. You are Disney. Disney castles, Disney things. Well, it's Disney princesses and Disney things. When has PewDiePie ever fit into that mold? So you can't sit there and now take the high road and say, we don't agree with, okay, that's fine, whatever, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. All I'm saying is don't ever sit here and say you didn't know what was going on. That's all I'm gonna say about that. As far as YouTube goes, they have their rules. They say no hate speech. I can understand that. I can understand why they're pulling it. I don't feel that they should pull anything else beyond what he violated. I don't think that's right, but what am I to know? So this has just been the ramblings of a madman and a little bit of anger over things. And in conclusion, basically, I don't agree with what PewDiePie did at all. Not for 1 minute. But I also don't agree with the amount of criticism that he's gotten for it. People make mistakes every day, and as I've told you all the time, we're all human. It happens, guys. I know that I've probably said something on a video that's offended someone. And, you know, if I was bigger, I'd probably be getting, you know, hurt for it, but it is what it is, guys. People say things. We're all humans. So, I guess the moral of this all, and the reason that I wanted to do this video was to point this simple fact out. Remember, people are humans. They make mistakes. He has come out and now apologized. He's been a big man. He said he was wrong. Accept it and move on. Anyways, guys, this has been another episode of Mumbles. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. I know it's a little bit of a different rambling, but I felt really passionate about talking about this, so we decided to talk about it. Anyways, guys, please smack the subscribe button, smack the like button, smack all the buttons. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.